world is on fire. You know, there's only so much we can do as citizens, people, individuals, races of this world. Every day, especially if you're on social media like I am, you hear all the different things that are going on around the world. And people that are crying out and seeking the attention of other countries. Because we don't have to deal with, or we're not going through, not that we don't have our own issues or problems, but not at the extent of our lives being threatened every minute, every second, every moment that we get up from our beds. We have gone through those days. Our ancestors were slaves, died, beaten, killed, molested, raped. America have seen its share as regards to what's going over in Africa, in the Congo. When I say that black people are hated, when I say that they don't see us and view us as human beings, it goes far beyond America. And all the while that they do all these evil and wicked things throughout the world, they're always mentioning the Bible. They're always mentioning love and righteousness, wickedness and evil, hell and heaven, the angels, the punishments of God. It's excuses that people are worshiping other gods other than the gods that we have chosen for them to worship. And that is the reason why they're going through the things that they're going through. And many of them are dying for no apparent reason. You don't have to do anything. You just got to be of a different type, kind of person, from a different place with a different color skin. And then we have the rights as being people of God to hurt you, unalive you, enslave you, rape you, to implement policies, keep you from progressing, rob you of your education, your history, your purpose, your peace, of your joy, your hope, all in the name of a God that we have created in our minds and in our hearts, that gives us the power to continue to do the evil and wicked things that we have been doing to you for hundreds of years. I not only speak for the American blacks, I speak for those that are over in Africa. As I heard somebody say, it is very difficult for evil and wicked men to understand how the people that they call minorities, which is us, could relate to one another when it comes to the abuse that has been brought upon us by the very people that continuously do wicked and even evil things towards us while we're doing absolutely nothing to deserve it. All we ever wanted was to be treated equally. And it seems that that is a very difficult thing for our friends on the other side to do. Why is that? They have the spirit of this ideal that they are the chosen people. This ideal that anything other than themselves is wrong. It is very difficult for some of them to break those habits. Even with a smile upon their face, they are struggling to erase that hate. And though there are some that have been able to get through their own personal struggles of having those emotions and those feelings of feeling like they're better than anybody else, from time to time still question their own decisions to do the right thing. People are dying, and there are influencers and individuals that make content, which I'm a person that make a variety of content. But there are other individuals just like me. Some focus totally on political issues. Some focus totally on entertainment. Some focus totally on comedy. Some focus totally on dancing. I, on the other hand, is a man of variety. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But what's most important to me as being a black man, as being a person of African descent, a person that has the African blood 99% in my body. For me, that is a dad, that is a son, and a grandson, and a great-grandson of those that came directly from Africa into this land, that came over on the ships to be enslaved. for the purpose that others might gain profit as we worked the fields with our hands, and as the sun burned our skin, and we had no rags to wipe the sweat from our brows, as we worked our way through the cotton fields where there were snakes and other poisonous insects that could take our lives at any given moment. Well, many of my ancestors worked from sunup to sundown for no other purpose than to get 2 or 3 hours of sleep to wake up and do the same thing again. Not for their sons, not for their daughters, not for their community, but for the other individuals that did not look like them. They worked for their families, their communities. They worked that they might have profit, that they might gain prosperity for generations to come. As my ancestors were enslaved in the fields with no other purpose than to hope and pray that they are able to get through it, and that their sons and daughters, and their daughters and sons and daughters, would live to see the sunshine in a different way. When will it stop? When will the unaliving of innocent people cease to exist? When will slavery stop? When will individuals begin to be treated as equal, allowing people their rights to be free upon these lands that God created for all